Hello there, it's Alexander Rosso, and this is the next episode on my Madhouse cluster server. Going to give you a quick recap. So, in the last episode, um, I was on Herbivore Island with my taming raft, getting a few of my beginner tames, and I mentioned the fact that in the next episode I was going to sort of move and actually start building my base in the base location. I said I knew a location I wanted. Sadly, someone had actually already built sort of near that location, and I felt if I actually built where I wanted to build, I would have been encroaching on their territory. So I didn't really want to do that. So I thought, never mind, I'll just move on. And I've sort of come to this area. I've never actually built here. I've seen other people build here. I'll just get it on the map so you can see. Just here. The reason I've chosen this area is because it's that sort of lake there. I'm going to hopefully section that off and turn it into a water pen in the future. So I noticed when I started here something I've never seen before, because I've never really explored this island, but it's got this little cave here, and this is really handy for me because it's got a lot of rich metal nodes. I say a lot, it's got a fair amount of rich metal nodes and a few crystal nodes, and it's right underneath where I'm building, so it's not far. I can regularly hit this, and that's going to keep me topped up on my metal and crystal, so I don't think I'm going to have to do major metal runs all that often. I've sort of made a build, like repaired the bridge here, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not happy with it. So I will probably redo that at some point and try and get it looking a bit nicer. I will admit I got distracted and I ended up taming a 150 and a 145 Megalania breeding pair. I don't know, I couldn't resist myself, I guess. I've never really bred these before, so I'm actually kind of looking forward to breeding them. And with the event on at the moment, I've seen like the possible sort of colours you can get on them. They do look quite cool. Now I say possible colours because I won't actually be taming any of these muted wilds because I don't actually like them personally. I like breeding for my mutes. It's like a sense of like reward, I find. And I just personally find if you sort of catch them in the wild, it takes the fun out of the breeding for me when you're breeding for looks, not for stats. If you're breeding for stats, it makes no difference whatsoever. But if you're breeding just for looks, it takes some of that fun out of it. I mean, I like the whole, like, breed. Oh, sweet, it's got a mute. What is it? Blue. Sweet, that's really cool. And then sort of trying to customize them yourself. But when you, like, find them in the wild with this sort of bright colors, you end up not being bothered, I find. So I'm not going to be taming any of these particularly bright ones. I'm going to go for ordinary ones and get my own mutes. I know I'm in the minority in that sort of viewpoint, but that's a sort of trying to explain how I'm going to be playing because you're going to be watching me, and that's what I will be doing. Right. So here is my house I started building. I'm taking advantage of the mod that's on here, and I'm going for like a Tudor style look. If I go to the front, you'll probably see that sort of look a bit better where I've started. There you go. I've gone for these sort of bay windows. I love this this mod. It's so decorative. I mean, these windows look really nice, like the leaded windows, and the doors have got these little metal grills on them for a peephole. Just little details that I think make it quite nice. You'll notice it's a bit weird as it gets to the front here. That's because one thing I've always liked, I've always found it quite satisfying on builds, is having a load of dino gates to get in. I love seeing all the doors open as I enter. I'm not too sure exactly why I like it. I just always have. I've always found it very satisfying. And I've made this sort of lower area here like a mini dino storage in the base. I'm not going to be able to keep a lot of dinos in here, but just a couple that I'm currently using. So at the moment it's just going to be my Argentavis because I'm using him to and from the base. These are only temporary as I build. I thought I'd sort of build all three. So the settler ones, they give you sort of like a western. If I go on the walls, there we go. They give you like a westerny sort of look in them. Actually, I don't know what the doors are like. Doors and hatches. Okay, so yeah, they're like barn doors. I wasn't too sure if you'd get like those half sort of western doors or not. Can't actually remember what they're called. But yeah, so you've got like a westerny look with this one. This one gives you the Tudor look, like I'm doing, the villager table, and this one, the masonry table, gives you like a castle look. I definitely want to play around with this one at some point. I mean, they got some wicked sort of glasswork here on these, which is nice, whereas with the Tudor you only have these windows. But I say I really like those windows. On this build, I'm planning on turning this bit here into like a decking area with some railings, and so it's going to make the front of this look more of a extension. And then this bit here, I'm planning on doing a second story with a roof. I haven't decided on the roof design I'm doing yet. There's quite a lot you can do with this because you've got like valleys and corner and hips on this one with this mod. So I haven't decided on the roof yet. So yeah, so that is currently where I am at with this build. I'm gonna have to build some form of dino storage soon because I'm starting to run out of space, and there's not a lot, to be honest, on this island that I can build it. So I'm actually thinking of building it over here somewhere. So I'm gonna have to think of a location. I have got to be careful because obviously there's a lot of dangerous dinos around on this island, so it's not the safest location to build, but it should be quite fun. I've actually just noticed there's a couple of Rexes there, so I'm going to get my spyglass quickly to see if they're any good levels, because one thing I'm always, like, even right from where I go, looking on the lookout for is high level Rexes. Now that's a 145 male. That's not bad. I mean, I would like obviously a 150 Rex, but I would definitely take a 145 temporarily. Because I want to hit the bosses on this. I would like to hit them in order. So I actually want to like go for the island bosses on this journey. I'm going to like hit the Brood Mother. I can't remember the ape one. And then the dragon, and then finally go for the operator. I may hit the Ragnarok boss. I personally find that boss a bit lackluster, the Manticore, but we'll see how it goes. When I hit them, I'll be hitting them with my tribe mate who hasn't joined on the server as of yet, but his name is Trainak Vivalian. Long-time tribe member, and I get on really well with him. I've been playing Ark with him now for 5 years, and he is the only tribe member I ever take on anymore. I have tried other tribe members in the past, and I don't know, we work quite well as a duo. Just basically, so I keep it as that. So he's probably going to be the only person you see in my videos, unless I'm sort of having sort of guest appearances, I guess, from people on the server. It could even be you. If you join the server, I may do a guest appearance with you, especially if you want to show me one of your builds that you think is quite decorative and you think I'll get a kick out of looking at. So yeah, I wanted to give you a quick recap of where I'm at. How long has this video been now? We're looking at 8 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to keep it running for a little bit so you can sort of see me as I build. I'm about to take out the Ankley to get some more crystal to finish off these windows at this point. So I'm going to hit that area that I showed you earlier. Just going to make sure there's no Megalanias down there. Nope. Sometimes you find there's like a Megalania here. Okay, so the archery won't land here because there's a little bit of water, but that doesn't matter. Okay, the Ankley appears to not want to let me ride him. Yeah, it might be because of this rock. So I'll just get him to follow me. Okay, see if I can ride him now. Yep, cool. Okay, he's encumbered, so let's just drop off my entire inventory into my RG. Now, you may notice I'm getting the odd lag spike, like I am at the moment. There we go. On here, this is due to the fact my GPU appears to have died, so I apologise. And I'm waiting for a new one to come in. So until then, I'm having to record in 720p, I'm afraid. But it shouldn't be too long. So just waiting for it to come in, and I'll be fitting it, and my videos should be back up to a decent quality. If not, actually, they should be a hell of a lot better. Because like most people, if you're gonna change it, you may as well upgrade it. Yeah, so just busting through these rocks. Right. Now, obviously, this is gonna. I'll leave that in him for now. See how he does. Let's actually level him up because he's got quite a few levels. I'm just going to shove it all on weight. So I'm mainly down here for crystal, but I'm going to hit these metal nodes as well while I'm here. I say, if I do this every time I come down here, I'll keep myself regularly topped up. Actually, because it's water, he moves faster down here, so that's even better. I mean, it's half tempted to actually hit these just as myself, not as my Ankley, for the levels that you get mining rich metal nodes, saying that. Also, seeing the gathering, you're going to get an idea of roughly what the settings are like here for gathering. So, as you can see, it is boosted, but it's not stupidly boosted. So, you still are going to have to, like, if you want to build like big bases and things like that, you are going to have to grind a fair bit. I did say it's a PvE server, but if you like your sort of PvP action, that is an option here, which I quite like. That it's sort of having that freedom. I guess before you go into PvP, you sort of would enter, like, you agree with another tribe that you're going to be going into war with, and you'll probably set some ground rules. Perhaps certain bases that you saying like these are decorative, so these will be off limits for this war. It's like PvP for the fun of it. So I am looking forward to giving that a go in the future, probably when my tribe mate joins up with me, because Trainak is generally in charge of our PvP design. I find him better at it than me. The designs I do are always designs that he's come up with. I may have tweaked them in the odd place, but generally they are his designs. That tends to be what I do generally. I find people who have done good designs of things, and I sort of just think, right, okay, I like this design, but how can I do it better? So a lot of my designs, when you sort of watch my tutorials, you may notice that they are based upon someone else's. But I won't ever do a carbon copy of someone else's build. It will generally have some of my own tweaks to it. Even everything down to my medium trap. I tend to put bird mouths on my medium traps to help me get dinos in. I mean, it is your standard trap that everyone uses. Just a little tweak that I do to it to make it slightly different. And it's not just making it different for the sake of it. I actually feel it has a purpose. Okay, that's actually busted. Better get the crystal more than the metal, because that's actually what I'm down here for. Okay, so that's all the crystal mined. And I've got one last rich metal node to hit, so I'll hit that. And hopefully the RG will be able to carry all of us. Okay, there we go. So how much metal and crystal do I actually get from that? So I got 544 crystal, that's okay. And I got nearly 5,000 metal. I think that's pretty good for a location as small as that. I mean, that didn't take me long to mine it. And I don't think it's going to take long for it to respawn either. Because I seem to notice that the nodes respawn quite quickly on this island. So, yep, cool, I can carry him. Nice. Take him up here. because I won't be able to carry that amount of metal, I might just drop him through the ceiling. Pop. Okay. Right. Park up. And see if I can get him actually up the stairs. I'm not too sure if I will or not. No, he doesn't fit. That's a shame. Oh well, never mind. I'll just have to do a couple of runs. Right, so let's okay, where's all this metal gone? I didn't actually put it in here, did I? No. Okay, his metal seems to have all gone. I must have accidentally dropped it when I was looking at it. Quickly see if I can find that. That's going to be difficult to find though, because when you're on PC, like on Xbox, on PlayStation, when you drop something, it comes out as a little box, so it's quite easy to find. On PC, they've it tends to actually come out looking like the item itself. So although, okay, that's a bit of a lag spike there. Although it does look nice, it can make, when you make a mistake like this, a pain. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's not a huge deal because I actually didn't go down there for metal. I went down there for crystal, but slightly annoying. I have to rewatch this video myself and see if I actually pressed drop or not, or if it was a glitch. Could be a glitch. It's Ark after all. Weirder glitches have happened. Right, so take that crystal before it disappears. Right, come the stairs. And we'll build some of those windows. Right, how many of these do I actually need? So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I need 15 windows. So glass, craft amount, 15. So they're crafting now. I may end up moving one of these windows in the future because actually I want to build some stairs here. And I'm trying to think how I want to do the stairs. It's not big enough to do the double staircase I normally do. Okay, let's just place these windows for now. Let's get this. So what? Let's get this bottom floor finished, and then I'll end the video there. And I'll do the next video as I'm finishing the top floor. Probably also when I've decided on how I'm doing that roof. There's quite a few snap points here, so it's sometimes difficult to find. Yeah, there it is, the one I want. And for some reason, cycling with Q doesn't seem to work on those windows. There we go, so that's all my windows in. Yeah, I think this is going to be quite a nice house when it's all finished. Yeah, it's a build I'm really looking forward to finishing. So, let's say this shows you where I am at the stage. At the moment, I'm got my first floor, the sort of basic plans laid out. I may move a couple of windows here and there as I build the second floor if this stairs interfere. But generally, I'm very happy with it. So let's have a quick look from the front again. Yeah, so yeah, no, I'm liking it. It's looking nice. I'll say when I get that cliff platform in, I think that's gonna look really nice. It's a bit of a different location than normal, and I'm loving this view out on the open sea. And so that from there, it's another nice view of the desert. I'm not horrendously far away from Green Orb, so yeah, I think it's a nice location. Difficult to build on, but nice location. Actually, quick mention. I have noticed there's an oil node here as well. So I'm going to be quite close to some oil, which is going to be handy. And at the back of the house there's actually a water vein, although not exactly far from water, so not too sure if I'm going to choose to use the water vein or not when it comes to doing my plumbing. We'll see as I get to that point. I am thinking of building a lighthouse on the end of this, just because it's sort of, to me, it's screaming lighthouse here. Ooh, flippin' heck. Yeah. Yeah, so I am thinking of doing that. Anywho, till next time, take care.